What if the entire architecture of your inner spiritual world, the chakras you imagine, the serpentine energy you visualize rising up your spine, the luminous third eye you try to open, were nothing but a dream within the mind? What if all the mystical fireworks you chase were no more real than the colors you see behind closed eyelids? And what if the very pursuit of these experiences were the last clever disguise of the ego, the last trap that prevents you from discovering the simplicity of your true nature? It was with such thunderous simplicity that a seeker once approached Nisargadatta Maharaj and asked him about Kundalini, Chakras, the third eye, and all the occult mechanisms that spiritual textbooks love to exalt. Maharaj listened for a moment, smiled in that sharp, cutting way of his, and said, "All this is nonsense. Don't waste your time." To the seeker, this answer landed like a slap. To Maharaj, it was compassion in its purest form. "Why do you say it is nonsense, Maharaj?" The seeker pressed, half confused, half offended. "Are these not ancient sciences? Have not yogis for thousands of years spoken of these inner centers and energies?" Maharaj leaned forward, not to dismiss the question, but to strike at the very root of it. "My friend," he said, "all this is for the body-mind. You are not the body. You are not the mind. So why spend your life polishing what you are not?" Here Maharaj was performing his characteristic move. He was not rejecting Kundalini as a phenomenon, nor was he denying that certain practices may produce energy movements or altered states. What he was rejecting was the significance the seeker gave them. Because for Maharaj, anything that belongs to the realm of experience must ultimately be discarded. Why? Because every experience appears and disappears, and that which appears and disappears cannot be your true self. The seeker, unsettled but curious, asked, "But Maharaj, if these experiences come naturally in meditation, shouldn't we cultivate them? Don't they lead to higher states?" Maharaj's response was immediate. "Whatever comes and goes is not you. Why cultivate illusions? Even the most beautiful illusion is still an illusion." This is where Maharaj becomes a surgeon of consciousness. He is not speaking philosophically. He is pointing to the radical simplicity of being. He is reminding us that the self is prior to all movement, prior to all sensations, prior even to the witnessing of subtle energies. From the position of the Absolute, Kundalini rising or not rising makes no difference at all. The seeker insisted, "But Maharaj, many masters speak of awakening the third eye as essential to spiritual realization." Mahar's eyes sharpened. If the self needed a third eye to know itself, it would not be the self. Awareness is already complete. It has no organs. This is where his teaching becomes devastatingly clear. The very idea that you need to awaken something, activate something, or open something assumes you are currently incomplete. Maharaj refuses to entertain even the smallest seed of incompleteness. For him, truth is not something added. It is something revealed when all illusions are discarded. The seeker now grew quieter and asked a deeper question. "Then what is the purpose of all these systems, Maharaj? All these diagrams of chakras, all these meditation techniques, why were they created?" Maharaj softened here. Not because he agreed with the systems, but because he understood their function. "They are for beginners," he said, "to quiet the mind that is restless. But if you start decorating your prison cell, how will you ever want to leave it? Here Maharaj exposes the psychological mechanism behind occult fascination. People are not interested in freedom. They are interested in interesting experiences. They want to remain the ego, but with superpowers. They want to remain the person, but an upgraded person. But Maharaj's path is not an upgrade. It is a demolition. The seeker, feeling the ground shaking beneath him, protested softly, "But I feel sensations in my spine during meditation, Maharaj. Surely that means something?" Maharaj waved his hand dismissively. Sensations come. Sensations go. You give them meaning. Without your interpretation, they are nothing. Stay with the sense, I am. Everything else is distraction. This is one of Maharaj's most profound points. The moment you label a sensation as Kundalini, it becomes a story. The moment you label pressure between the eyebrows as third eye, it becomes a project. And the moment it becomes a project, the ego returns as the project manager. The seeker, trembling slightly, asked, "Then what should I do, Maharaj? If not Kundalini practice, if not chakra meditation, then what?" Maharaj replied with that brutal tenderness only he could embody. "Be still. Stay with the simple sense of being. Everything else, even the so-called spiritual, is bondage." "But Maharaj," the seeker whispered, "it feels too simple." "That which is simple is true," Maharaj said. "That which is complicated is false. The real does not require effort." Then Maharaj delivered the final blow, the one that dissolves decades of spiritual ambition in a single breath. You want the extraordinary because you are unwilling to look at the ordinary. But the ordinary, your simple sense of being, is the doorway to the absolute. The seeker fell silent. The chandeliers of Kundalini collapsed. The temples of chakra maps crumbled. The glowing fantasies of the third eye faded into emptiness. And in that emptiness, something pure, unadorned, unmanipulated began to shine, the raw sense of being, the primal I am, the doorway Maharaj always spoke of. He was not mocking Kundalini. He was not attacking Tantra. He was not invalidating thousands of years of yogic tradition. He was rescuing the seeker from the prison of experience seeking, leading him back to the one place where truth is already waiting, here in the silent fact of your own existence. In the end, the seeker asked quietly, "So the path is simply this, Maharaj? Just remain as the awareness of I am?" Maharaj nodded. "When you stay with the I am, all nonsense drops by itself, and what remains is what you truly are, beyond body, beyond mind, beyond chakras, beyond Kundalini. You were the Absolute before Kundalini was imagined. You will remain the Absolute after all chakras dissolve." His words were not a teaching. They were an invitation, not a philosophy. They were a sword. And when that sword cuts, not even the third eye survives.